Remember when I was telling you about the sunset beads where you layer your chop dark like lighter colors going up to darker colors. Well, this particular bead, there we go, is part of that family. It has red chop going into purple, going into blue. See, and see, the thing about Natasha beads is that they always have these wonderful mirror images on each side, and it's funny what people see in them because uh, they're like Rorschach tests. People say, "Oh, I see demons." I go, "Demons are inside of you, babe." Okay. And then, I was making snake beads with the tongues of fire. This is, these are examples of tongues of fire snake beads. And you just like set the, this is where it meets the tile that you're carrying it on. You just set them up like, whoop, like this, you know, just make a whole bunch. But when you add them all together, let's see, let's go like this. Let's bring it in. There we go. It's a very nifty, I think it's a nifty effect. I like the I like the snake beads, and they move around when you're walking. So then all of these beads in between, these are all Natasha beads. So they all have, you know, um, mirror images on each side. And I just did long, short, long, short, long, short, snake, 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 and going from larger to smaller snakes going up the necklace. Okay. Okay. So that's like one example of not only the snakes but also of Natasha. Now I did and of the chop. These horn type of things. Because here's the pendant. Here's the dealie. I keep this is like I've given away most of the things that I've made, but this I keep. Um, this is all chop from, you guessed it, tiger and zebra. And if you do tiger and zebra chop, make it into like a fang shape, and just like here's the hole with the string goes through. And then I alternated. Let me see. Let's go. Boink, 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 boink. I alternated, zebra, and this is just some like random wood Gahain Natasha beads, chop and toss Natasha beads. So I did a zebra wood, horn, you know. And then the pendant, this pendant, this goofy ass pendant. Okay, you kind of see a tiger's face in the middle there. What's funny about this pendant is that it is a chop of leftover mini food. So there's avocado in there, and there's hard-boiled eggs, and there's some lettuce cane, oh lettuce play. And because I just had, I had a bunch of stuff left over, so I just like chopped it up, put it in a loaf, cut it in two, opened it like a book, and found this little kind of like a little lion's face here, being a Leo. I go, oh, I can relate. So all I did was like, I put another bead on the top to run the string through, covered the back with gold, you know, called it a day. Okay. Now, this is not necessarily my favorite pendant, but I love these little beads because these little beads just used up all sorts of crappy uh, 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 cane that was just laying around, and I just like reduced it like crazy and chopped it like crazy and then made these beads like a crazy person. And I love salvage. I love to scab things. I love to salvage things. And so this is how I salvaged a bunch of like, oh, I'm not really happy with this cane. And so I find that um, some of the cane that has like large designs, I reduce them so when I chop them, they'll fit. If you have a large design and you chop it and you make a small bead like this, you have like one like, you know, half green side and then half orange side, and it's like it's crazy. But if you reduce them, see, there we go. Let's get a, if you reduce them and then you chop them, then you get these like these little designs that I just think are just like too precious. So anyhow, those are the necklaces that I still have. Um, oh, let me show you this one other one that it's not chop, but it is snakes. Because you know I like my snakes. Okay, this is a brown-based snake necklace. So I had little pinch pots made of striped brown and beige, and I did my little snakes, and then I made some lace cane out of the same brown and beige, and so that's how. And these snakes just go, they just misbehave. They just go anywhere they want. And that's what's sort of fun about wearing this necklace, is that it's like really organic. They go, people come up to you and you go, what the hell are you wearing? And I said, I'm wearing my snake beds. Oh, and this is like some leopard, leftover leopard. So anyway, beads just don't, they don't have to be round or bicone or, I mean, it's like, do something different. Okay, so I'm going to add this to the end of the chop video, and then I'll make a separate video showing chopping of the tongues of fire cane.